Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, David here, and welcome back to another Atlas video. Now in this one, we're going to talk about 2024 Game of the Year with Metaphor, ReFantazio, and the fact that a lot of fans are speculating because everything that we'll talk about today isn't confirmed, it's all speculation, but we have reasons to believe that something Metaphor ReFantazio related is going to happen this week, some sort of announcement. So what could it be? I have a lot of ideas, as always, as your resident dumbass with actual expectations. I am not expecting stuff, but I'm definitely thinking that there's a good possibility that we get some sort of announcement this week, as this week is the first year anniversary of Metaphor ReFantazio, and Atlus is celebrating it hardcore. So let's check out what they just announced. So if you go over to x.com on the official @ATLUS West page, they are hosting and confirming that they're hosting a 1-year anniversary special on the official ATLUS West YouTube channel that is also going to be streamed on the Japanese YouTube channel for ATLUS Japan. It's going down at midnight on October 10th if you're Eastern time. That would be 9 p.m. Pacific time on Friday. So yeah, first year anniversary stream. It is a worldwide stream, so they're making a big deal out of this. They also are doing the last issue of the manga that you can read and stuff. They're doing a lot of stuff for Metaphor. They're bringing some of the actors in that live stream as well to celebrate the anniversary. And of course, a lot of fans are thinking that they're going to announce something. Before we get into what fans are saying and what I think could happen, I definitely want to say Metaphor to Atlus is a special game. It is the first time that they have a new IP that is doing this good since probably Persona, which wasn't really a new IP. It was kind of like a spin-off of mainline SMT. New IPs, we got Catherine, and that's it. After that, beforehand, what was developed in-house by Atlus, it's all stuff that we all know and love. A brand new IP, breaking sales records, critically acclaimed, like 90 plus on Metacritic and OpenCritic, selling over 2 million copies on all platforms but Switch. Very, very solid accomplishment by Atlus and Studio Zero with Metaphor ReFantazio. Fans' reception is also very good. Most fans, myself definitely included, are in agreement that this was a special game and that we want to see more. We had a lot of interviews with the director of ReFantazio and people working at Studio Zero saying that they definitely want something more with the IP, whether it can become a franchise or not. That wasn't in the plan a year ago when we read interviews, but there's definitely desire to make it a franchise of some sort. So what's going to happen? Well, let's look at what fans are saying, and then I'm going to go over what I think we can definitely see get announced during this special 1-year anniversary live stream, which they don't always do that, and whenever they do, it's regional. It's not like a stream that they do in the West and also in Japan. So it's something special for a special game, and that is mainly the reason why we think that it's quite possible that we get some sort of announcement during this event. So let's look at what fans are saying. Metaphor ReFantazio Reload Festival Portable Golden Royal Strikers Tactic Arena. I love y'all Atlus fans. So the one thing that a lot of people are speculating is, hey, maybe some sort of enhanced re-release, a Vengeance or Royal version of Metaphor. There is no DLC, there is no new content or anything, so that is an option. That is possible. There was a lot of backlash when SMT5 Vengeance was announced. A lot of people were like, okay, the reason why we're accepting this is because it used to be a Nintendo Switch exclusive. Persona 5 Royal, if you were there in 2019, 2020 when it came out in the West, lots of backlash for that one as well. Why is it not DLC, the third semester and everything? I think fans, for the most part, especially if you go in this thread on Twitter and you read what people are saying, people are kind of tired of enhanced re-releases, and most fans would prefer DLC, which I definitely think is also possible. So, to me, there is 3 options. So let's go and see what other people are saying. I'm scared. Please don't announce a full price new version. So again, new version. Switch 2 port, yes please. Switch 2 port, definitely an option. Free update to the existing game, that would be amazing. That's not Atlus. I doubt that's going to happen. Paid DLC, very possible. So if we summarize everything, to me, in that stream, definitely possible for those 3 things to happen. The announcement of a multi-platform, including Switch 2 version of an enhanced re-release of the game. this would kind of be big, regardless of the controversy that would come with it. That is like a new Atlus release, full-on new Atlus release with retail, all platforms. I think they would treat that like they treated SMT5 Vengeance. So to me, this might be a little too much for a 1-year anniversary stream. So if that's their plans for what's next with Metaphor, I think it's probably not the right place and time to announce that. The second option is DLC and or an update. Definitely possible for that to happen during a stream like this. They could do an epilogue. They could do a prologue. They could do, I don't know, they could add a part of the game. I don't know how they could do that, but more content for the game would be cool. When I read free update in the reply to that tweet announcement that Atlus did, free update, Atlus, they don't do that, but if they do, I highly doubt that it's going to be anything significant. So what's the point after a year? I don't really see it. Paid DLC, though, very possible. Something along the lines of what they did with the answer in Persona 3 Reload. Obviously, that was content that was cut from this remake that already existed in the FES version of Persona 3, but what I mean here is something that lengthy, something that is significant, as far as the amount of content is concerned. So, very possible. And the other thing that is also very possible is the announcement of a Switch 2 version. I think this is something that they could absolutely plug. If it's straight up that game on Switch 2, no other content or anything, it's just a Switch 2 announcement of that game, I can definitely see it happening. They want this game on all platforms. They want this game to be as accessible as possible. They said it 10,000 times. We know that Sega and Atlus, when they have investors meeting, they always push multi-platform and global releases nowadays. Yakuza Kiwami 3 plus Dark Ties was just announced. That is their latest brand new announcement from Sega, and that game is releasing on all platforms, yes, including Switch 2. So I would not be surprised at all if they announce a Switch 2 version during that presentation. Plus, you could push Reload, the Switch 2 port of Reload, in that presentation and market that as well. Hey, Persona 3 Reload is releasing in about 2 weeks as of the time of you watching this live stream on Nintendo Switch 2. Please check it out. A demo is available now. Your save file transfers over to the main game when the main game releases. And hell, we also have a surprise for you guys on Nintendo who have yet to play Metaphor ReFantazio. The game's coming out on the next system. Please stay tuned for more information in the upcoming months. And then in the Nintendo Direct, boom, we see it again, new trailer, and we see it running and everything. So that is also very possible. If I had to rank them, I would say number one option is probably paid DLC. Number two would be Switch 2 version announcement. Number three would be the announcement of a Royal or Vengeance enhanced re-release with new content of Metaphor on all platforms, including Switch 2. And then number four would be some sort of free update or the announcement of a sequel, a Metaphor ReFantazio 2. This game was in the works for almost 10 years, so I definitely don't think they're ready to announce a sequel at this point. That would very much surprise me, especially since next year is the 30th anniversary of Persona or anything. So I definitely don't think that they're going to do Metaphor 2 before... I think we could see the announcement of a Metaphor 2 in 2027, like early 2027. That would be the earliest that I can see it happen. Otherwise, I don't think it makes much sense. But hey, lots of fans are very excited to see what's going to happen. Unfortunately, I'm not able to stream that event. It's at a weird time, and I'm probably not going to be at home when it happens. So unfortunately, no stream for me. But as always, I'll be there covering the news. So if you want to stay up to date on all things Atlus, please consider subscribing. Otherwise, a thumbs up helps if you like the video. And please comment down below with what you think is going to happen or not, because it's certainly possible that this stream happens and that, hey, we were just dumbasses with actual expectations and nothing happens, which honestly, I'd be fine. There's a lot to play right now. There's Reload coming out next in the next 2 weeks for Switch owners. And I think next year is going to be big for Atlus. So stay tuned. We're going to get more in just a bit. Otherwise, we got Raito a few months ago that not a lot of y'all played, and you guys should check it out. It's a very, very good game no matter where you play it. Absolutely banger remaster of a PS2 classic from Atlus and something different than other games. So highly recommend checking that out. They're also still very much working in P5X. So I dropped that myself, but I had my fair share of fun with it. So thanks for watching, y'all. See you next time. Bye.